Welcome to Index 1 of uh, whatever the fuck this is. Let's get crack-a-lacking on this goddamn project. I don't know what to do. So here's what I've got so far.
My name is Jeff.
I've sound set up. All that's left to do is make the rest of the game. So I just wrote up this massive ass design doc on design doc. I don't know. I was just sketching out random ideas for this one specific idea that I've had for this game. So we've got game A. Why is it called game A? I don't know. I guess you'll have to wait and see. Arctic survival. Very simple idea. It's like a survival game, except the only survival element in the entire thing is going to be the cold. It's really going to be the only focus of the game. Top down, nice and easy. Build a base. Make sure base enclosed. Don't die of the cold. That's pretty much it. It's like don't starve, but don't cold. Should I just call it don't cold? Anyway, yeah, so bunch of cool ideas in here. We're not going to worry about any of that at the moment. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Step number one, I'm making a top-down 2D game about not colding to make the world or something.
Good fucking morning, because it is a good morning. Last night I managed to make some pretty decent progress. So right here I've got a world of tiles rendering, and you can move around that world, and it's nice and lovely. This took me a long time to do because I rewrote the camera to make it purely functional, which is goddamn lovely. So this is highly reusable for the future. So it's literally just a big array of tiles. I was thinking 4096 by 4096. What is that? Like, so this ridiculous number. So there's 16 million tiles in the world that get literally just loaded up into memory at runtime instantly like that. Now you have a really massive world, which is for all intents and purposes infinite. And it's only about a gig of memory. Nice little giggy. Alright, I'm gonna get some work done today. I've got my trusty little notepad here. Play movement is up next. So let's get cracking. Quick side note, man, it feels so goddamn good to just completely immerse myself in this. For the first time in a long time, I have absolutely nothing on for the foreseeable future. No obligations whatsoever. I'm literally just going to sit down here at this goddamn desk and fucking program. So this is gonna be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to this. Let's fucking do it. Oh yeah, baby. It's 4 p.m., but I don't give a frick. Sleep? Pfft, that's for the weak. It's gamer time. Oh yeah. How's this angle? This is like POV what my keyboard sees. Okie doke. So a lot has happened in the last day or two. So let's just go ahead and walk you through the progress I've been making. And like everything, we'll start in the balls. This right here is a map editor with text. So that's pretty goddamn cool. If we make a little smiley face over here, and hit the save button, if we go ahead and press play, then look at that. We've got a nice little character moving around, and we've also got very basic collision. Collision that just works. It's been implemented in a very scuffed way, but shh, we don't talk about that. It works, and that's all that really matters. So yeah, for the time being, what I'm literally gonna do just to get the game loop up and running as quickly as possible is I've got this map just directly baked in, so I'll be able to create the world. That's how we're gonna get the map up and running. Eventually it'll be procedurally generated, but that's a task for probably a week's time once I've actually got the call loop in properly and the whole game is just going. Gameplay first, cool stuff later. So that's only been about 6 hours worth of work. Very, very simple. This is the most satisfying part. It's just fucking, that feels good. I'm a simple man. Okay. I'm sure we'll figure out this format sooner or later. Oh. You know what that's the smell of?
the smell of savings.
I went to the gym yesterday for the first time in, well, all year really. I'm glad I'm going back now, but I'm fucking destroyed. Anywho, another day, another dollar. Listed out all the core functionality, and I've got a rough timeline for implementation. Come Saturday, we're gonna have a fully fucking playable demo of the game, a testable product for me to throw at people and watch how they play. So that's gonna be very exciting. But over the next few days, it is crunch time. Today in particular, ground items and a few other item holding stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work and finish doing these items, see when they're done.
Alrighty, so I managed to get items in. Those are those little one thingies over there. If we go ahead and just run this bad boy. Then here we are. Those guys are in. You can go over them, pick them up, place them down wherever you want. It's all nice and dandy. It's not snapped to a grid. It's these are floating points, so these aren't actually part of the grid. They're just entities like the player. So that's pretty cool. And I've got this little tile here. This is also a door, if I can fucking fit through it, thank you. And next up is time to actually get the survival elements in. We've got to bring in the cold, crank it down into Cold Town. So I'm gonna go get that sorted next. This is a really lovely angle, and I love it. Should be easy enough. Look how fucking dirty my screen is, holy shit. Also, one more thing that I'm very, very proud of. I was hard coding orientation, but it was too annoying. For the rotation of the player, I switched to using a 3x3 matrix, and it literally just rotates based off of that, and it's really goddamn cool. Right here. I'm gonna continue to use linear algebra despite me not knowing really how it works. Like, I have a rough understanding enough to actually be able to pull off shit like that, but I'd really benefit from actually learning it properly, so... And that's why this video is sponsored. Nah, I'm just fucking joking. Now, I am affiliated with Brilliant, right? You see, the thing is, it has recently come to my attention that there is a free alternative that everyone can use, myself included, that is actually just 10 times better. Like, don't tell the Brilliant people, but Khan Academy is actually just fucking better. So yeah, sorry for plugging Brilliant in the past. I'll no longer be plugging it because Khan Academy is free and it's actually better. Specifically because you get a whole lot more iteration in, and it's not like a multiple choice thing, right? You do a bunch of math over and over and over again and you learn so much faster. 10 times better. Anyway, that's my little voiceover tangent on learning math. So expect some high-octane, action-packed Khan Academy speedruns coming soon to a second channel near you. And by second channel, of course, just mean this one. Just to trip you guys out even further, this is Randy from 2 weeks in the future, and I've actually finished the game, and it's pretty fucking cool. I gotta start practicing math again. I think I'll definitely try and work that into my schedule. Later, though. Time to get this code implemented. I have no idea how the fuck I'm gonna do this, but hey, look, in 3 seconds, I'm gonna have it complete. Isn't that great? Whoa, would you look at that? It's time travel. It's done. Now, I have a very naive solution here, but it works, and that's all we need. I kind of spent a whole day just going down a rabbit hole, just trying to think like, all right, well, first of all, I just try to get the thing working, right? But then I was like, how can I make this just really easy again in the future? I don't know the answer to that yet, but I'm gonna move the fuck on. So we've got this very naive kind of solution at the moment. It's basically just this, hang on, let me bring up Wiki real quick. It's basically just this flood fill algorithm right here. Follow this nice little cookbook right here, then it leads to this pretty much. And the reason it looks scuffed as shit on the outside here is because I'm capping the search at 128 blocks. But if we go ahead and move inside, then look at that. Now you're probably wondering, Randy, how is it this isn't cold? What are you talking about? But it does determine whether you are inside or outside, and that's pretty much the basis of the game. If you're outside, you're cold. If you're inside, you're nice and cozy. Boop, boop. Now we're gonna get some feedback for actually displaying the cold. Because how is the player gonna know if they're cold if there's no way of them knowing? You know?
It is 7:20 a.m. in this lovely, beautiful city that never sleeps and doesn't let me get any sleep without earplugs. But I love it nonetheless, and we're here for the next 70 days, so rise and grind, baby. I'm gonna make the most of it. Oh, man, I really need a whiteboard. I would love to just have a whiteboard like right here, and I could just stand here and just be like, you know, just riding all over it. My next best thing is this bad boy over here, right? And that's kind of what I've been using, right? So that's how I came up with this whole thing. I just have a thing. It's called whiteboard. And that's how I came up with this little algorithm here. If it's actually greater than this size, then it's not gonna work. Don't build too big of a room, I guess. Yeah, I've pretty much just been pacing around with this guy. It works because it's kind of like a portable whiteboard, you know what I mean? But nothing really beats the big kind of physical thing. I'm going on way too much of a random tangent about whiteboards. I'm just gonna fucking pour my goddamn coffee and get to work. Okie dokie, so cold is Dunskies, and oh my god, it feels amazing. Have a look at this. I swear to god, if my fucking iPhone camera just freezes up one more time, I'm gonna kill like one fucking job for you to record video and not freeze up and just crash. But for some reason it just does that. Anywho. So what we've got here, excuse me, what? So we got this nice bar up the top here, right? And you can move down and then tick, 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 tick. And then the player would be dead. I want this to be a very quick death. As soon as you go outside, I want you to feel pain and suffering, pure anxiety. It's a health bar, but it's really just the cold, right? It's a measurement of the cold. That's the one metric we care about. So it's really just your temperature. As soon as it drops below zero, you're gone skis. But you've got this nice little home over here, and you enter it. Oh, look how cozy that is. It just goes straight in. It's goddamn beautiful. And now how I'm achieving that really smooth animation is there's a lovely little trick by Mr. Flory. It's a self-correcting, animation curve. So we've got it right here, okay, which is equal to just 1 minus 2 to the power of whatever you want, just kind of like speed to be, I guess. So I just have it at like -10. It just fucking froze again. Can my iPhone camera please just work? Like one fucking job, please. Anyway, so yeah, you just pick a number, times it by your delta time of your frame, right? And that gives you the rate. So then down here, right, you have a current. Current is the variable that persists across frames, right? And then you just go plus equals the target. The target can be whatever you want it to be. So I have the max player cold here, right? Target minus the current, and then times it by this rate up here, right? Very, very simple. And the really fucking cool thing about this is it's self-correcting, right? So if you randomly adjust the current at any given point, it's gonna correct for it. If you randomly adjust the target as well, it's also gonna correct for it, as evident up here. If we press the E key, then it'll change the target from whatever this fucking is, it's like 10 or something, down to 0, and have a look at this. So we're changing the target by pressing E. It goes down to 0, back up to 100, 0, 10, 0, 10, 0, 10. It's self-correcting, and it's fucking beautiful, and it's 2 lines of code. Very easy. Yeah, look, I'm a little bit behind on schedule, but that's okay. Boop, 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 boop. Yay! Up next, let's do it. All right, it's the next day, and I didn't even touch on the day-night cycle at all. And as you can see, followed pretty behind on the old schedule, but that's kind of to be expected because this is literally my first project, and I don't know how the fuck to do anything, really. Like half of the time I'm spending working on this is me just like doing what I like to call code dishes, right? Which is basically just me trying to figure out basics. But the good news is these aren't project specific, they're generic, and across time I'm gonna get better and better at them. That's why I'm doing this whole 2-week thing. But that being said, I do still need to finish a game on time, and as it stands, minimum playable game tomorrow, I don't think so, Chief. But yesterday, instead of doing the day-night cycle, I basically just spent a lot of time. What did I actually do? I did a lot, I promise. I promise. I did this lovely fucking refactor of the entire project, and now, look at this. This is my entire game right here. This is the whole update function, and this is the world, and it's just split up into these little regions, because in Visual Studio Code, you can mark a region like this. And it's goddamn beautiful. By the way, yesterday I also set up UI, which is goddamn good. Oh, I did the whole def state thing. Boop. There's a very basic def loop. I don't have the world reset in yet, but it basically goes, oh. Right, and then there's a nice little test button here. I integrated Ryan's UI module. Finally, there's UI. Oh my god. But to try and make a bit more visible progress today, I think I'm just gonna head back to these main kind of tasks here. Day-night cycle, energy storage, tethered exploration. I can get these done right now, so that's what I'm probably gonna go work on today. He says, knowing full well that he's probably not gonna. Serialization should be piss easy, right? I'm literally just going to do it directly in the metadesk format, so it's gonna be plain text and readable. Kind of like JSON, but not shit. Sorry, Jason, if you're out there watching this, fuck you. So let's go ahead and get crack a lacking coffee on. Oh, by the way, to give you a rough idea of time, because I've kind of just been piecing random ass fucking videos together. I have no idea how long this video is gonna go for. It's probably gonna be a fat fucking video, but I don't care because it's very easy to just like snap clips together like this.
Well, that was a fucking lie. This thing has taken me a whole last day.
5 days so far and 30 hours, which is an average of 6 hours a day. I did 8 hours yesterday, and today I'm gonna try and do 10. So let's get fucking cracking. A lunch of kings. We ain't no thin matrix on this channel. You ain't gonna be seeing some home cooking. Okay, so I kind of did the day-night cycle. That's just it right there. Pretty piss poor effort. But have a look what I did over here, right? I added in batteries. Ooh, batteries. What it basically does is power all of the surrounding walls. So if we step this bad boy out with this nice little algorithm visualizer, I'm doing a flood fill on all the walls. And you'll notice the number is the depth right there. And if we expand this all the way out, oh, it stops at 8. It can only go 8 to power all the walls. Basically, you're going to need to keep all your walls powered in order to have this little rested buff over here and to actually be able to have a nice cozy environment, right? And that's kind of the goal of the game, is you need to constantly keep that power going, otherwise you're fucking dead. Which is kind of apt, because that's exactly what I'm doing right now with this bad boy. It's fucking freezing outside. It's not actually freezing, it's like 16 degrees or something. It's very manageable.
All right, my phone camera keeps shit in the bed, but it is Sunday, and that means it's wrap-up time. First week, done and dusted. Didn't quite get to the minimum playable game yesterday. probably about halfway. I'm starting to accept that this game just isn't gonna be everything that I thought it would be in my head. But that's life, that's deadlines, and hey, if I actually want to ship something, this is how it's gonna be done. It's also the fact that this is the first project. There's been a shit ton of setup work that I've been doing. So, you know, take the mistakes I learned from this one, apply it to the next, rinse and repeat, and we should be good. Just to round out the progress for this bad boy, I made a couple of design decisions. One, I'm not going to have multi-world, it's going to be single world, it's going to be very easy, so that makes serialization so much simpler. Two, items are now no longer floating, they're fixed to the grid. Simplifies things so much more. I can't remember what the others were, but you can basically pick up and place down walls now, but now I'm going to fucking die if I don't put that back. The feedback is pretty bad. At the moment, it's just this bar up here, so it's kind of hard to tell that you're like, you can also get stuck inside the walls when placing them down, so that's always great. But we've got a nice restart here, and this actually resets the game. And then one last thing, I have got the entire save game being serialized to the Metadesk format, which is lovely. So this is literally the entire save game. Very simple. You just got the player stuff over here. I mean, this is world stuff, but player, world, more world, and this is all just like literally all of the tiles just being dumped out to disk. And I still have to read this in. I'm in the middle of doing that. I'm in the middle of doing a bunch of tasks, actually. I think that's part of the problem is I'm spreading myself thin across a lot of different areas. I really just need to go 1, 2, 3. I need prioritization, so that's what I'm going to figure out after this video in the next video. Man, I have worked more this week than I pretty much have all fucking year. Oh, I can only do 4 hours of deep work each day. Shut up, you little bitch. Go get some fucking work done. Alright, I'm literally gonna go edit this video as fast as humanly possible so I can get back to game dev as quickly as possible and continue on with this. I'm so fucking hooked. I've just been doing this all day, every day, and it's been so much fucking fun. Having a goal, having a deadline, having something clear and tangible to work towards. There ain't no substitute for it. Anywho, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Which is, actually right now, click on this card right here.